Greetings everyone, class is now in session. We're talking about Economics 101 today. I'll see you guys right after this. Just kidding! What's up guys, it's Jamie here, and today's video is all about how to create your own economic environment in your high-ticket affiliate marketing or coaching business. Now, the reason I wanted to put this out there is because I think that if people start to understand this concept a little better in their business, they're going to be able to create their own economic environment and be able to manipulate, that's a big word for this little channel, isn't it? Manipulate their own economic environment in order to be able to create a sales environment. Anyway, if this is the first time on the channel, my name's Jamie Gardner. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer and coach. And this channel is all about me documenting the last 10 years I've been online, hopefully helping a few of you guys out along the way. Feel free to drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, and smash the like button to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out. All right, so that was a big one. Right, so how do you create your own economic environment in your business? Now, like I say, if you're a coach or you're an affiliate marketer or you're an info product creator or you're a consultant, then the assumption is that you have some level of audience. Now, of course, none of this is going to work if you've got no audience at all, and I'm going to leave a link there to one of my other videos that's covering how to create your own audience and build your own authority in your audience, all that type of stuff. For today's episode, what I'm going to be talking about is how to create if you do already have your own audience. Right, so what I wanted to go through first and foremost is what do I mean by creating your own economic environment? I think before I get to that part, it's important that you understand exactly what I mean by supply and demand. This is, like say, Economics 101. If you understand that there is a huge demand for something because a lot of people want it through to good advertising, good marketing, good copywriting, or because it's just a commodity that everyone needs, such as, for example, water in a desert, then you can understand that price potentially can go up if there is a limited supply. Now, to put this into some sort of context that hopefully makes a little bit more sense, if you happen to be an avocado producer, and you are at the local avocado mall thing, is that a thing? Let's run with it. So you're at the local avocado mall, I just made that up, apparently it's a thing now, and basically there's 100 other producers of avocados and everyone has avocados. There's no differentiator between you and all the other avocado producers, right? And so therefore it means that if there's a quantity of people that are coming in to buy their weekly supply of avocados, I really should have thought about this before I launched into it, then what that means is that you're in a pool of competition, right? And so because of that, what's likely to happen in those environments is people are going to lower their prices in order to compete with their neighbor, right? So what that means is that there's an ample amount of supply, and as a result, there's limited demand because there's probably less consumers that want all these avocados because everyone's got the same avocados, right? If we take that out of the way for a second, and basically we are a lone avocado producer. There is no one else. There's no one else for like 1,000 billion trillion miles that produces avocados. And we know that there's a lot of people that really want these avocados. They're just like the best thing ever. They're amazing, juicy, fresh, love it. And basically because of that, we now know that a lot of people want these avocados, meaning that there is a huge demand for them. But what we can do is, because we're only one little old producer, we inherently just have a limited supply of avocados. Now what that means is that because of the huge influx of demand and the limited amount of supply, that is going to create a price elasticity. So the price of the avocado is probably going to go up, right? So that's kind of a basic overview of it. Now, I will put a caveat on that one and say I am no economics teacher, despite what you may think, but yeah, hopefully get a bit of an idea about that. If we understand that premise, we understand how that whole thing works in the real world, now we can start to dive into how this might be applicable in our own businesses. And the way that we can start to think about these things is if we understand that we can create a desire through things like our content, through our positioning in the marketplace by showing off our awards, things like that. We can talk about our student results, which I might leave one here just as an example. What that does is it creates a sense of demand, or desire I should say, and as marketers our job is to create that demand after we've created that desire. Why this is important to understand is because once we've got the initial desire, people want to follow the paper trail, want to join our group and hit the subscribe button, stay up to date with everything we're doing, all that kind of fun stuff, and they ended up in our world and they consume our content and they have all of a sudden they go from a desire to, for example, example, making money online from home, to then all of a sudden they realize that in order for me to do that, I'm going to need that training and that coaching, that mentoring from that person that's done it before me, that's had all those successful students before me. So therefore they now have a demand, right? And if you do this in quantity and there is a lot of people in your audience, it doesn't have to be huge either. I would say a lot. It can be 20, 30 people for that matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be thousands, believe it or not. And so if you're able to understand that, then all of a sudden you now know, okay, well, I've got price elasticity. If I'm able to create a really incredible offer, I'll leave a link up there if you want to check out my other videos relating to offer creation. If you've got a great offer, you've got positioning in your marketplace, and you've got a bit of demand, and you now control the supply, right? So this is where the whole supply and demand thing comes into play. Not just, going nowhere with this stuff, it's all tying back to something. So now what we can say is, okay, we've got 100 people in our audience, and we don't have unlimited capacity to go and tutor people and go and coach people, all that type of stuff. So what we want to do is we want to limit the supply. And what that means is that our price is inherently going to go up as a result. Now, for example, when you've got, say, 100 people in your audience and you're only limiting it to a supply of, say, 5, so 5 coaching spots, or 5 group coaching spots, or 5 one-on-one spots, or 5 of these amazing bonuses that you've wrapped around this high-ticket product as an affiliate, then now all of a sudden we have price elasticity, but we also have created demand. So we initially get the desire through things like content, like I say, enter into our world. We prove in advance that we know what they're talking about and we can help them out. And then all of a sudden we start to market ourselves and market our opportunity with a limited supply. And now all of a sudden there's demand on the back of that, right? So if this is making sense, drop a comment below, let me know, because it's something pretty powerful. And if you can understand this, then it's going to tie into a lot of what you do online. Using the same example, what we can now do is start to leverage how we are able to create that environment in our own business. So we can do things like, say, okay, at the end of the weekend, our special crazy big bonus for our affiliate product is disappearing, or our additional coaching opportunity with the pre-sale pricing is disappearing, right? We can do all that type of stuff because now we know, okay, well, what is going to create a demand for this product and what is going to create a sense of scarcity to get people to actually take action on that. So if you can understand this stuff, like I say, it ties into the copywriting that you're going to do, ties into the positioning of you as a brand, it ties into how you structure your offers, because instead of just going, hey, this is a free-for-all for everyone, and there's 1,000 copies of this PDF, and even though I need to get rid of them all because they're taking up hard drive space, all that type of stuff. Instead, if you limit the supply and you cap out the time that people can access it for, then you're going to create that economic environment, and this is what causes launches to work really well, and obviously creates a bit of a buying frenzy along the way. So that's it, guys. Really just wanted to get this out there, explain a little bit about what I mean when it comes to creating your own economic environment, because if you do understand this, even to a surface level, then it's going to tie into a lot of what you do online in terms of creating these types of buying euphoric states for your audience as well. So all that being said, hopefully you got value. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. Check out my other videos, and see you guys in the next one. Thanks very much.